In this module, I'll be talking about the cellular organization of the female gametophyte, and I will complete the formation of the entire female gametophyte or the embryo sac. Look, listen and learn. So look at this structure from the previous module. What you see here is the female gametophyte. Remember, this female gametophyte basically has got 8 nuclei. And these 8 nuclei were formed because of 3 successive free nuclear mitotic divisions. The female gametophyte is also called as the embryo sac. Now let us see how these 8 nuclei ultimately end up giving you 7 cells in its cellular organization. Is that okay? Let's understand, let's look and let's learn. Okay, now at the micropylar end, you can see there are 3 nuclei. Now these 3 nuclei will develop a cell wall around them and they will turn into 3 beautiful cells. Now from these 3 cells, the 2 at the bottom, which are orange in color here, are called as synergids. You got that right. And that one large cell at the bottom is called as the egg cell. Yes? And together, the egg cell and the synergids collectively form a structure called as the egg apparatus. Correct? Now look at the other end. The opposite end to the micropylar end is called as the chalazal end. Now at the chalazal end, those 3 nuclei will also develop cell walls around them and turn into 3 more beautiful cells. And these 3 cells are identical, and these identical cells are called as antipodals. You know that also. So now we have developed 3 plus 3, 6 cells. Now let us see that 7th cell. That 7th cell will be formed in the center. Is that okay? In the center, those 2 polar nuclei will join together and form a cell wall around them and give you a structure called as 2 polar nuclei, or simply the secondary nucleus. Is that okay? And this is how I have just developed 7 cells. Is that okay? Now these are the 7 cells, and these 7 cells contain 8 nuclei. 3 at the bottom, 3 at the top, and 2 nuclei in the center cell. Is that okay? Moving on. I'll take this embryo sac and put it where it belongs. Let us see where it belongs. There you go. It comes back into the nucellus where it was developed, more towards the micropylar end. What is that structure? It is the embryo sac. How many nuclei do you think it had? It had 8 nuclei. So can I say it is 8 nuclei? Absolutely. It is 8 nuclei. How many cells do you think it has? 1, 2, 3 at the bottom, 1, 2, 3 at the top, and 1 right there in the center. So can I say it is 7-celled? Absolutely. It is 7-celled. Now where do you think this embryo sac developed? Within the megaspore or outside? You know that it developed inside the megaspore. So can I use the word endosporic? Absolutely. So I call it endosporic. And can you also tell me, of the 4 megaspores that were formed, how many participated in development of this embryo sac? We remember it was only 1. So can I call this embryo sac as monosporic? Absolutely. It can be called as a monosporic embryo sac. Remember, some angiosperms could also be bisporic or tetrasporic, but most of them are monosporic. And if you look very carefully, such an embryo sac that is 8 nucleate, 7-celled, endosporic and monosporic is called as polygonum type of embryo sac. Is that okay? A special characteristic of angiosperms. This brings us to the end of the module, where I completed talking about the development of the female gametophyte and the organization of cells in it. In the next module, I'll be talking about yet another phenomena which is called as pollination. Till then, thank you and take care.